rolling a portable lift on dollies. That took a couple of hours to do. Hey my lovelies, another day in the garage. There's gonna be a lot going on in this episode. First of all, you're gonna be seeing me just finish up that rear truss. I've been kind of sitting on it a little bit. I think it's because I'm overthinking everything. I know a lot of you can relate to that. And I think it's just because I don't have a background in mechanics, so I'm trying to get everything perfect as possible, which really is not possible. But what is happening is where the truss sits on the tube, there's a bit more of a gap than I'm feeling comfortable with, so I'm just trying to get that truss to fit a little better. I'm gonna finish that up, wait for that to cool, paint it. We're gonna move on to the front, and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna be doing there. So I don't know if you know, but the JL frames, they're just a little more on the flimsy side. So I'm gonna eliminate the stock track bar right here, and I'm gonna replace it with a bracket that got sent from RPM. It's the same one that I have on Mischief Maker, so I'm feeling pretty comfortable about welding that on right there. And of course, we've been waiting for that upper control mount bracket, which is right here, so we'll get that on the front truss as well. We'll wait for that to cool down, we'll paint that, and then we have a whole list of stuff to do. Let's check the board and see what left we have to do on this beautiful 2024 Jeep giveaway with Tread Lightly. Okay, we are gonna get this eliminated. We are gonna get the front eliminated. Set front and rear axle, control arms, shocks, bypasses. Install PSC we have done to a certain point. We can't do anything else until that axle is in front. Bumpers, winch, sliders, doors, latches, lights, seat covers, skid plates, fenders. So this side of the board is really plug and play stuff, bolt-in stuff. It's normally the stuff where you're like, oh, that's not going to take a long time. And then something takes like 4 hours when it should take like 20 minutes. But it's okay. It's all stuff that I've done before in previous years. So that's just throw the music on, put a time lapse on, and yeah, get everything going. So it is time to get on with the day. Remember, you have a chance to win this Jeep. Head on over to treadlightly.org where there are 3 ways where you can enter to win this Jeep. You can buy a t-shirt or a hoodie and that will get you entries. You can make a donation for as little as $5. Even better still, become a member of Tread Lightly and get multiple entries. I told you I was an overthinker. That took a little longer than expected, but it came out really good. I'm really happy with that truss. So we're gonna let it cool down, then we'll head on back there and paint it. But we're gonna move on to taking this stock track bar bracket off, and we are going to replace it with a much thicker, much more substantial bracket. These holes right here just fit right over these bolt holes. I'm gonna clamp it in place, make sure that I can get a socket in on there, be able to take the steering box bolts in and out without any hassle, and we'll tack it in and then we'll get this all welded in there. I am gonna have to clean the frame up a little bit though, just so that we don't get any of that spatter. Pretty cool thing about this helmet is that on the inside, you can see you have the screen. I'm gonna press mode. It says 10 right now. That is for welding. I'm gonna press it again and again. That's grinding. And then we have like the plasma cutter mode at 6.5. I absolutely adore the A60 from ESAB. It's phenomenal. Really, really good helmet. Can see everything clearly as long as I don't completely destroy my lens. Okay, it's time to plasma cut our bracket off and then grind, 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 clean, clean, clean. Yeah, yep, yep. I'm gonna clean this off a little so I get a better grind onto the frame. I don't need this anyway. This is going to be coming off for the bumper, so we're good. trying to get a grind on something, try and do metal to metal. It's just easier, you know, that nothing is going to spatter or do any of that sort of stuff. You have a direct connection to the frame instead of trying to work through that paint. So, look at me sounding all professional. Alright, we're gonna lift this up and we're gonna get this cleaned off so that it's ready for that new bracket. Okay, chicken is safe, and now heading back to the shop. I was gonna stay home and cook, but I have an incredible friend, and you're gonna understand why I love him so much in a hot second. But he needed to borrow my transfer case that I had for the YJ. I'm gonna let him explain exactly what happened, but we're almost at the shop. And of course I picked up Fergus. Picked up Fergus because Richard wanted to meet Fergus. So, heck yeah. Stole the puppy for a second. You good? You having fun? You gonna meet Richard? What? Alright, Richard.
That'll be me.
It is. What happened?
Wow. Well, what can I tell you, man? First of all, we're out in the wilds and the damn thing broke. It went kaput. And we were like, what the hell's happened now? And I had out doing the side of the damn thing, and the plug looked like it was in. The levers were out there. But she wouldn't go forward. And I says to her, come on now. Come on backwards, Quine. She wouldn't go backwards either. It was stuck. But there you go. I managed to get her in neutral. That's the gear in the middle.
Yep.
And then once I was in the one in the middle, that was fine. Now I couldn't go forwards or backwards because I had no gears. And then I came down here. Well. Walter says to me, I've just got the very thing for you in this box. An Atlas transfer case. And I thought, lovely jubbly. I picked her up. I loaded her in the back of the truck and went, I went where? Well, I get all the way home. You'll never believe this. You'll never believe this. It wasn't the right one. Oh, I say this'll work fine. It's a 32 spline GM TH400 4L80. Walter, no idea. He didn't hear Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo, Walter. What can I say? I mean, I love him.
This is why I love Richard. Richard is from Aberdeen, where I'm from.
I'll be in Scotland.
Aberdeen.
Aberdeen,
aye.
That place.
Aye.
It's raining here. Even the seagulls fly upside down, it's so wheat.
And I'm guessing none of you are going to understand a word he said right there.
The truth and the reality is, this is my daughter. Okay?
He was the milkman.
Who's your daddy?
Well,
all right, listen, thank you anyway for the use of the shop and for the transfer case. We're always super proud of the work that you do and pushing and promoting sport in women and bringing young girls into the sport that we all love so much. So thank you very much for that. And for the t-shirts that said Seat Time Syndicate, extra large would be good.
Okay,
next time.
Great. When I'm half we'll give you one. Oh my gosh.
And that's what love looks like.
There we go, right there. I can't get a clamp on here. I can't hold everything at the same time. Been trying for quite a while. So I'm just gonna tack this in lightly, make sure that we can get a socket in there, and should be good to go to put this on. Okay, it's the next day in the shop. I'm not gonna lie, things have actually been happening before I've come on camera. Like example, the track bar bracket is in, welded and painted. Oh, yeah, Walter's here, you see his legs. And we have installed the metal cloak overline rock sliders. They look really, really good on here. I'm really excited by them. But for now, we're moving on to the front bumper. Of course, we have a Crawltech bumper. It is the same one as on Mischief Maker. I absolutely love it. And the install, really easy. So I've marked 1 7/8 inches from the very front. I'm going to sawzall that off. Same on the other side. And we're gonna take it from there. We also have Walter in the garage today because it is the weekend. Oh, hey, Walter. Oh, just silent Walter today.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Silent movie.
All right, it's time to get on the bumper. I have the vent on right now, so it's going to be a little louder, but to use the Sawzall, I can't get right up to where I need to be on that line. I'm going to quickly plasma cut the sides of this off so that I can get on that. It was time to mark those holes on the bottom and on the top of the bumper and get that grill off so that we can get the bumper securely where it needs to be without damaging anything. All right, we have the front bumper prepped. We've put it on and off. You guys have seen us. We have those bolts in place. Now it's time to get the winch in the bumper before putting it on and securing it down. So that's what we're doing just now. Good morning, another day in the garage. Walter and I were here until about 10 o'clock last night, so I didn't do like a goodbye for the day, but the bumper, the Crawltech bumper, is in and looking absolutely incredible with the Yank and Fair link and the worn winch. Another day in the garage, what we're gonna do is I'm just setting everything up, getting all the right tools, all the right sockets, the right wrenches to put those control arms in. And we're gonna also hang the shocks. It's really starting to come together now. Now, once we have everything hung, that's when I'm gonna be able to see where that upper control link bracket needs to go on the axle, on that front axle right there. We should be able to get the track bar bracket in on there as well. It's gonna be a little bit tricky because of this. We have that pitment arm right in the way of where that track bar is gonna be going, but that's okay. So I'm very hopeful that today we can get control arms, shocks, the front axle centered, and we can figure out, and I can get those brackets on, and then I don't know. Let's see how far we can get on today. That is my plan. If I don't get all of that done today, I'm not going to be sad about it, but I'm hoping that we can kind of power on through. Okay, there's a slight problem that we're going to fix right now. You're going to see us rushing around the shop doing a million things. What we're doing is we actually need to get the Jeep off the lift because the lift arms are in the way of us installing the control arms. So we need to get the Jeep on jack stands, which means we need to get the jack stands from underneath the YJ, which means we need to get the YJ down and put something else underneath there. Luckily, we have a portable lift, the Challenger lift. So we're gonna pop that underneath there. And yeah, we got some work to do. My teeth hurt. That took a couple of hours to do. A lot of moving of heavy equipment, like the rotisserie, big jack stands, the engine hoist and or cherry picker, whatever you want to call it, and rolling a portable lift on dollies. It's been a time. We are absolutely boiling right now. So yeah. Gonna take a break. Okay, my lovelies, well, we are looking way better in here now that that Jeep is on the jack stands. And yeah, check out the Challenger lift, scissor lift, portable lift. Very, very cool. There just seems to be so much more space here now. It's kind of crazy. But let me switch you around because before I head out tonight, I am going to put these rear control arms in from RPM. But let me switch you around because you're not going to believe this. I wanted to show you a comparison between the RPM long kit control arm compared to a stock JL stock control arm right here. And yeah, oh, it stops there. Oh, huge difference, huge difference. Insane, but enough talking. Let's get these in and hung in here. Okay, we're not doing too bad. Could this be the weekend that we actually get to wheel this thing and it is ready to rumble? Well, I don't know. We got to get the front axle in with the upper control bracket put in there, the track bar bracket. We need to place and figure that whole scenario out. We're going to put the rear axle in. It's ready to rock and roll. Then we need to measure for drive shafts. Tom Wood's drive shafts, of course, and he gets them to me really, really quickly. So just need to get a measurement for that. Then it's the small things on the list, like the doors, latches, lights, seat covers, fenders, and skid plates, which will be last. We still have to put the rest of the PSC system, but can't do that until the front axle is in. So we got a little bit of work to do, but it's okay because that's all I'm doing. I'm just in here slamming on this thing so we can get it up, we can get it running, we can show you what you could win in November. And remember, that link is in the description below. It's been a good couple of days, so I'm gonna go cool off with a nice cup of tea. Makes no sense, but thanks for watching. Also, I want to thank Walter for helping me this weekend. I love it when we work in here together. Peace. Boop.